What if I told you that Papoose ending up in the ICU wasn't just a random fight but something planned, something dark, something calculated? What if the two people closest to him, Remy Ma and Eazy the block captain, weren't just keeping secrets but may have been involved in setting him up? Sounds wild, right? But now Claressa Shields, the only one who truly stood by Papoose through everything, has gone live and dropped a shocking truth that has the whole internet losing its mind. Her exact words were, "This wasn't a fight. This was a hit. A hit. Not some scuffle between two rappers with bruised egos." She's saying this was planned, prepped, executed. And with that, the internet exploded. Everyone is asking the same questions now. Was this payback? Was Claressa the real target? How did Papoose end up bleeding and alone near a loading dock, and nobody helped? Let's go back. This entire mess really started after Remy Ma went viral for mocking Papoose during a live stream. She basically said he didn't satisfy her. The clip spread like wildfire. Fans were angry. They couldn't believe she would disrespect the man who held her down while she was in prison, helped raise her son, and stuck by her when the industry tried to cancel her. Behind the scenes, things were getting strange. Claressa Shields and others close to the couple noticed something off. Remy and Eazy were being spotted together a lot, not just in public, but in weird places, late-night studios, random events in other states. One makeup artist even claimed she overheard Remy tell Eazy, "Once Papoose is out the way, everything gets easier." That line made people's skin crawl. 3 days before the incident, Papoose was seen pacing nervously outside a gym. Claressa had reportedly warned him, "Something's not right. Watch your back." But he didn't want to believe it. He thought Claressa was just being protective or maybe jealous. Then came the night of the attack. It was a small, private event, no press, no posts, just a quiet gathering with close industry folks. Somehow, security footage from a back alley was leaked. You see Papoose stumbling into the frame, face bruised, shirt torn, calling for help. And who's calmly walking away in a hoodie? Eazy. Nobody helped. Not a single person reached out. Papoose collapsed near a trash bin. It wasn't until a fan happened to recognize him that someone finally called 911. The report from the air was serious internal bleeding, a busted lip, cracked ribs, bruises around his neck. Someone tried to choke him. This wasn't a normal fight. Claressa, who wasn't even invited to the event, rushed to the hospital 2 hours later. A nurse says she stormed in screaming, I told him they were going to do this." Soon after, Claressa's Instagram went dark for 24 hours. Her team said it was a technical issue. Fans aren't buying it. They think it was shut down to stop her from exposing more. But Claressa didn't back down. The very next day, she went live raw, emotional. No makeup, just real pain and honesty. She said, "This was planned. It wasn't rap beef." Remy and Eazy knew exactly what they were doing. Social media lost it. The hashtag #ProtectPapoose took off. Fans started pulling up receipts, old interviews, suspicious quotes, all of it pointing to something bigger. People even resurfaced an old podcast clip where Remy joked about deleting people from her life like they never existed. At the time, it was brushed off. Now it feels like a warning. And then there's Eazy. A while back, he said in an interview, "Sometimes you gotta move quiet to kill the noise." That quote now feels like a confession. Then Remy added fuel to the fire when she posted vacation photos from Jamaica the day after the attack, captioning it, "Peace, finally." Peace from what? Your husband is fighting for his life. That's when a private investigator got involved. One of Papoose's closest friends spoke out on a podcast saying, "This wasn't just some street fight. This was personal. And we're not letting it slide." Papoose himself had reportedly started acting strange before all this happened. His phone was glitching, messages weren't going through, and he felt like someone was watching him. Claressa says someone followed her after a recent interview. She took a picture, and the car sped off. Coincidence? Or was someone keeping tabs on them both? And we can't forget who Remy Ma is. She's been through it all: prison, lawsuits, betrayal. But she always walked away clean. Maybe not this time. This time, there's real damage, hospital reports, video clips, and a woman who isn't afraid to speak up. Claressa ended her live with these words. They tried to finish him, but he's still breathing. And I'm not going anywhere. The live went viral. People started seeing her not just as a friend but as a protector. Someone who's not going to let this be swept under the rug. But we're not done yet. Just as people thought it couldn't get worse, an anonymous voice note surfaced. It came from a former intern who claimed they saw Remy Ma and Eazy both arrive at the event in a black Escalade. The intern said they saw Remy go into the back alley and heard shouting minutes later. Then Eazy showed up and then chaos. Both Remy and Eazy had claimed they were across town at the time, but fans weren't buying it. Some TikTok users analyzed Remy's spa night story and found the location tag was fake. The background music playing in her video was from a live DJ who was spinning in Brooklyn that exact night at the very place the fight went down. Even worse, a Venmo receipt surfaced. $5,000 sent from someone with initials RM to a user known in the underground world as Stacks, a security guy with alleged gang TIs. The note, "Handle it, no mistakes." At this point, it's more than drama. It's dangerous. Papoose is hurt. Claressa is trying to protect what's left, and Remy, she's silent. But silence isn't always safe. Sometimes it screams guilt louder than any confession ever could. Who sends a message like that on Venmo? Seriously, that's not even slick, it's just sloppy. The caption literally said, "Handle it, no mistakes," and the person who received that payment? A man known as Stacks, who's reportedly connected to the underground scene and has a reputation for doing people's dirty work. Just a few days later, he was seen in New York, hanging out with none other than Eazy the Block, captain outside a Popeyes, wearing a black hoodie and trying not to get noticed. But someone recognized him, took a photo, and now that snapshot is being shared all over social media. Twitter's calling it Exhibit A in what people are now calling the Papoose Hit Squad timeline, and that's not even the most shocking part. There's also security footage from the night Papoose was attacked. In the video, you can see someone in a mask running away from the alley. They're limping and holding something shiny. Some say it looked like a chain, others think it was a burner phone. But what really caught people's attention was the audio. Even though the sound is muffled, 3 chilling words are clearly heard. "Leave him there." Let that sink in for a second. Somebody said that while Papoose was bleeding out behind a building, we now have sketchy Venmo payments, mysterious sightings, and weird timing. And through it all, Claressa Shields isn't backing down. She's standing tall, calling people out by name, and daring anyone to sue her for speaking the truth. But if all that wasn't enough, let's talk about the strange situation at the hospital. An ICU nurse, who is now reportedly on unpaid leave, claims someone tried to sneak into Papoose's medical records. A man, well-dressed and speaking with a Bronx accent, came in asking how long Papoose would be unconscious and if the injuries would leave scars. Who asks questions like that unless they're trying to write a fake story later? And look, we all know the internet loves wild theories, but this isn't just internet noise anymore. This is real. Claressa went live again 2 days after her first video, this time holding her phone and showing actual receipts. She said, "This message was sent to me at a.m. after my first live stream. Mind your business or we'll shut you down next." It came from a blocked number, but she traced the IP address. And guess where it pinged from? Brooklyn, right around the corner from Remy Ma's favorite bar. Coincidence? Highly unlikely. Now, even Fat Joe's name is being dragged into this mess. A leaked phone call allegedly between Joe and a producer had him saying, "She better fix this. If it gets tied back to me, it's over for everybody." Fat Joe denied everything publicly, saying he's heartbroken and staying out of the drama. But people noticed he unfollowed Remy Ma on Instagram and deleted all their collaborations. That's not heartbreak. That's damage control. And where is Remy in all of this? Dead silent. No interviews. No statements. Not even a vague prayers up post. Just some beach photos, a few cryptic stories about healing, and a picture of her hands in a prayer pose with the caption, "God sees all." Okay, Remy. But so does the internet. And right now, they're not on your side. Meanwhile, Claressa has been going full steam ahead. She's appeared on TMZ Uncut, No Jumper, The Spill Room, and every interview just gets more detailed. She's naming names, dates, locations, and she's not scared. She said, "While they were plotting, I was documenting. I've got everything saved. So if anything happens to me, it's all in the cloud." Fans are backing her up like never before. Hashtags like #Justice for Papoose, #Remy the Snake, and #EasyInnocent are trending everywhere. Fan art even shows Claressa as a warrior angel standing over Papoose with boxing gloves and a sword labeled Truth. This is no longer just a messy celebrity scandal. It's starting to look like a real-life crime drama. And according to new reports, a district attorney in the Bronx has opened a quiet investigation. Remy Ma and Eazy, the block captain, are reportedly listed as persons of interest in a potential conspiracy to assault case. That means real charges, real jail time might be coming. And it gets crazier. Remember the nurse who saw Claressa outside the ICU that night? She's now been subpoenaed. Apparently, she saw Remy Ma visit Papoose after hours, alone, without clearance. After that visit, all of Papoose's visitor logs mysteriously disappeared. That doesn't happen by accident. That's a full-blown cover-up. Now people are wondering what Remy said to Papoose in that room. Was she trying to rewrite history before he woke up? Or worse, was she making sure he wouldn't talk at all? And speaking of truth, let's not forget about Remy's old assistant who posted on Reddit using the name BXTruth. They claim Remy once said, "If Papoose ever turns on me, he'll regret waking up." That same person also says there's Ring camera footage showing Remy entering the same house seen in the blurry alley footage just hours before the attack. That house reportedly belongs to one of Eazy's close friends. And what about Eazy? He's been posting cryptic messages like, "Y'all don't know half the truth." Maybe not. But his ex-girlfriend is talking now. She gave an interview to a small Philly podcast and said Eazy always saw Remy as his golden ticket. He allegedly told her, "If I can't win with rap, I'll win with power moves." She thought it was just talk. Now, it sounds like a plan. Multiple online petitions are calling for Eazy to be removed from any future projects connected to Remy Ma. Others want Claressa to get official protection after revealing she's been followed and threatened. During her latest live stream, she even showed screenshots of messages like, "You talk too much. Delete those screenshots or we will." And now even Fat Joe's team is allegedly reaching out to Claressa, saying, "Let's meet. I believe you. I've got stories too. That alone should tell you this thing is far from over." And here's the kicker. Papoose is starting to wake up. His doctors say he's showing signs of recovery. He even squeezed Claressa's hand when she whispered, "You're not alone." So now everyone's waiting. Will he confirm everything Claressa's been saying? Or will he stay silent to protect Remy? Because once he opens his eyes and speaks, everything could change. And if Claressa really does have a vault of evidence ready to drop, this might just be the beginning of the end for someone. So stay tuned. Because this story isn't just about love and betrayal anymore. It's about power, survival, and the raw, ugly truth behind the masks.